All right, let's take a look at numbers 3 and 4, which have to do with writing equations. So number 3 says the graph shows the number of inches of snow over the course of time. Part A says what variable is on the x-axis? Well, I see this actually tells me where my x-axis is. And when I look more closely, I see that on the x, we're looking at the time in hours. So I'm just going to write hours. Now, if you wrote time, that's fine too. Choose a letter to represent it. Hours begins with H, so I'll use an H. What variable's on the y-axis? Well, now I'm looking up here on my y, and here I see snow, which is in inches. I'll write an inches out for the variable, and I'm going to use an I. Now, if you used time here and snow, you might want to choose different letters like T and S, but I'm going to keep with the H and the I that I have. So now it's asking, okay, using the variables you selected above, write an equation to represent the scenario. Okay, now normally I write an equation with y equals, I find my COP, and I multiply that by my x. In this case, I'm going to use different letters, right? Because instead of x, we said that we're going to use the variable h. So I'm going to put an h here. Same thing, instead of y, I chose the letter I for inches. So I'm going to put my I right here. Now I need to figure out what our equation is going to be. Our COP. To do that, I'm going to look at the graph and I'm going to look for a clean point. Now you could choose 1 and you'd have to know that that's a half or 5/10. I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to choose this point right here where my x is 2 and my y is 1. If I do that, I'll just set up a quick ratio table here, x and y, 2 and 1. If I use my trick to find the COP, I know that if I take the y, put it over the x, that's going to give me my COP. So my y here is 1, my x here is 2, 1/2, or you might write 5/10. And I would write 0.5 right there.